The Epic 100 metre sprint project started after a discussion myself and Paul had where we were talking about the old school games that we used to play and how simple and addictive they were. Mainly international track and field, the button taps, beautifully simple, beautifully addictive, and a lot of fun.
So then the question was, why couldn't we develop a game that could do that? And not only that, go completely across platform. So you have one person who's in the UK racing against someone who's in America or Japan or wherever in the world, and actually watch them race you in real time on your screen.
So that was it. The idea was born, and away we went.
We're very proud of how far we've gotten it. We're in the beta testing phase at the moment, and you can actually go and play it yourself right now. The link is actually on the Sponsume Epic 100 metre sprint page if you want to go and check it out.
And the response we're getting back from all these people is incredibly exciting for us to hear, and it's what we hoped it would be from those earlier discussions that myself and Paul were having, and that is that it's incredibly addictive, exciting, and quite tense. Another thing that's come back and is quite appealing to us is the fact that people are finding it more exciting, challenging and racing themselves and trying to improve their personal best rather than necessarily going straight for the goal of the world record.
The features that we have currently in the game include the actual real-time racing against people all over the globe. So you can do that right now. You can go and talk to your friend in Japan and say, go and download this game to your Mac or your Windows machine and have a real-time race against them, which is fantastic. It was the goal all along to be able to achieve that, and we have achieved that.
We've designed a game with the ability to just bash the keys as fast as you can, which will work excellently for you and get you still give you good times. But we went that little bit deeper in the gameplay, where we've taken into consideration a lot of different aspects of a true 100 metre sprint athlete. So the speed of your reaction, the frequency of your taps, the speed in which you are tapping them, the rhythm that you're using, all has a big impact on your outcome and how well your athlete runs down the 100 metre track. When you combine all those elements perfectly, you can get that personal best breaking and ultimately world record breaking time.
You can actually view your best times on a leaderboard and compare those against all of the other players around the world, which is fantastic. So you can actually go on there and see how you compare against your friend, for the ultimate bragging rights. I'm in the top 10 in the world on the 100 metre sprint game.
Within the game that we've got developed is a training section which allows you to fine-tune and analyse those aspects. So once you've done your training sprint, a final screen comes up which gives you the number of taps you've had, the number of stumbles you've had, how quick your reaction time was, and ultimately how fast you run that 100 metre sprint. The beauty of seeing the number of taps against the number of stumbles is stumbles are detrimental to your time. That slows you down. So tapping the same button twice decreases your speed.
The game has been in development for almost a year now, and Lee and I have personally invested a lot of time and money into the game because we believe so much in what we're trying to do with real-time racing. And what we'd really, really love to do is to be able to devote all of our time, 100% of our time, to making this project a complete success. And with the help of the Sponsume community, we can do that. With the funds that people can donate to us, we'll be able to work on this 100% of the time and get the game out for Windows and Mac.
We're very excited about the idea, and we're really pleased with how the game is. We can see it's addictive and people like playing it. We just want to dedicate that time that's needed to allow us to push this and get it out to the numbers of people to make it that success that we know it can be and will be.
So what do we want for the future of Epic 100 metre sprint? We immediately want to get Epic 100 metre sprint onto mobile devices, so iOS, Android and BlackBerry tabs.
Much longer term future for the game is to expand the franchise, so move across all the summer events and the track and field events, so from 100 metre sprint to hurdles to high jump to discus, all the way through into the Winter Olympics and the winter events, which is an incredibly exciting prospect for us again. And then once we've finished those, we have the ability to go on to the more quirky, fun, more exciting sports really, or in the extreme areas, where we've got one game that we're quite excited about, which is where they vault over canals.
The next point that we would like to hit is to have an epic 100 metre sprint community, which will allow you to analyse all of your previous races and actually compare yourself against the best players in the world, and even play as a team against people all over the world, such as in a relay race. How amazing would it be if you've got 4 players in one game racing as the United States or the UK against another team racing for Japan or Togo? How amazing would that be? And that's what we want to see for Epic 100 metre sprint and Epic Sports.